All right, Archie, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having
what
me.
are we going to make this morning?
Okay, today we're going to make Gohu Tuna.
Gohu Tuna.
Gohu Tuna.
So what is actually Gohu Tuna?
So it's a dish from Ternate or the northern Maluku, the Moluccas. So it's the Indonesian version of ceviche.
Oh, so it's basically raw fish with some acid on it.
Exactly. So right now we have tuna, and then for the acid we have limes, and then in the end we mix it in with some shallots, chilies, kacang kenari, kenari nuts, and kemangi. That's it.
All right. Wow.
Very simple.
It's very aromatic, yeah?
Yeah.
It's going to be very aromatic. So, you can get me to work.
Okay, so first is what's the most important thing when you're making a ceviche or any kind of gohu is first have a good fresh fish, a very fresh fish.
So, do you have any tips on how to, how to see if the fish is good or
Yes,
things like that?
Exactly. So for this fish it's tuna. We can tell it now. It's hard to tell because it's a fillet already. But if it's a fish, you can tell by the color of the eyes.
Color of the eyes.
And then the gills, color of the gills, if it's slimy or not. And then the flesh as well. If you touch, if it springs back to action, then it's very fresh.
Oh, so just by the look of it, you can see the eyes and also the gills, but also if you touch it, it springs back.
And most importantly, the smell. This one, if you smell, it doesn't smell like anything.
No.
Right?
Which is
means
that?
It's fresh. If it smells like fish,
Fishy. Very fishy.
then
That means it might not be fresh.
No.
All right.
So next is you dry the fish. Make sure it's very completely dry. So I'm using now a paper towel just to make sure, because this was frozen before. So making sure that it's very dry, because why? Because then we want to salt the fish.
Okay.
And make it so it can absorb the flavor of the salt.
Okay, so that is why you have to dip it.
Yeah, like really make it dry, like I'm doing right now. And this goes to anything. If you want to make ceviche, if you want to make a simple pan-fried fish, this is the best way to do it. Because if you have wet fish, the spices and the salt will not go inside the fish.
Well, does this go as well with, let's say, steak and stuff like that?
Yes, absolutely. Good question. Yes. It does with everything. Every meat, protein. Make sure all the water is completely dry.
Okay.
As much as you can.
So it can absorb all the ingredients,
Yes.
seasonings well.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
So with this,
next is we want to salt it. Actually, we cut it first. So we want to cut it up. Some dices.
dices,
Yes, like we want huge chunks for this because we have a good fish.
like the poke size, bowl size of tuna.
Yeah. The original version is just mash it up. Not mash, probably something like this.
Okay. So yeah, that looks like a
poke bowl.
poke bowl size.
Yeah,
So this is the clean one.
Yeah. So, and then after this, we want to put salt in it. So the salt covers more of the fish. So like this.
So aside of tuna, what can we use for this particular dish?
Well, you can use the best ones are tuna and the family, like
Jackfish
chakala,
tuna.
exactly, skipjack. What else? But you can basically use any white fish.
White fish.
White fish is also good.
Okay.
Yeah. And
like
larger
halibut.
ones. Oh, halibut? Not really, because it's too flaky.
Yeah.
But if you use, for example, hamachi,
Hamachi. All right.
would be extremely nice.
Okay.
So we have this, and then if you can help me salt the pieces of fish.
Like sprinkles.
Yes,
Okay.
that'll be great. And then
That's enough.
maybe a bit more.
Bit more.
And then we have some limes. So you can use any kind of lime. This is just regular lime. The best is calamansi because it gives more flavor than the regular limes. So that hold on. This you mix it first.
Okay.
Yes. Hans is now my sushi.
I'm a sous chef. Okay, you want me to press the lime now?
Wait for a bit.
Okay. So you want the salt to absorb more to
Exactly.
the fish.
So we want the salt first have time to be inside the fish, and then we want to sprinkle with the juice.
I see.
So making gohu, it's like ceviche. So it cooks by the acid. So it's raw, but it's not really raw.
But the usual ceviche that we have been, we've been knowing all these times, they slice it like very fine, thinly sliced.
Yep.
With that being said, you know that it will be cooked through by the acid.
Yeah.
But with this, with the dice, does it go the same thing as well? I mean, it will cook through?
With time, yes.
Okay.
But we are going to not cheat, but it's another version that we're going to do. Is now I'm gonna heat up coconut oil.
Okay.
So basically, this dish is usually what the fishermen in Maluku Utara eat, the northern Maluku. So no heating needed because they're out in the sea. They're fishing. They just caught some tuna, and they just need a couple of chilies, shallots, some canary, and the lime to bring with them before they went out fishing, and then just do it on the go. They have rice with them as well, and just eat it like that.
Ooh, that would be so
But
fresh.
if you're at home, you can try this version by heating up some coconut oil, so that first it gives coconut flavor and it cooks the fish a bit better.
Yeah.
So now it's heating up, and now, yes, you can finally proceed to this.
But how did you find this kind of, dishes and all the history behind it? Did you travel to explore how they do it and stuff like that?
Yes. So for Ternate, or basically Northern Malukas, so Ternate, Jailolo. Yeah. I went out to these places and learned from the locals on how to do their food, and basically try to explore and see what the country has to offer, because it's a huge country, and there's so much thing that you can see and you can experience, and food is one of the of course we are a nation of food, aren't we? All of us are foodies, but
I agree.
Like these kind of foods are lesser known, right? Like not that many people know this kind of dish, even though it's very good and very healthy.
Yeah.
But yes, so this I learned it from the locals in Jailolo.
In Jailolo. So how many provinces have you traveled to when it comes to this kind of adventure?
It's hard to count. Maybe I think out of the now 35.
35.
No,
wow.
no. 35 is the total.
Oh, the total.
Right?
Oh, out of 35.
Yeah, out of 35, maybe at least half of it.
Dude, that's a lot already.
Which is not a lot yet.
I mean, compared to me. But what have you learned about people in such places?
Wow, a lot of things. We're such a diverse country. It's really hard to define like what is one thing that makes us Indonesian, if you know what I'm saying. Especially when it comes to food,
Because we're like
it's
diverse, very colorful nation.
Exactly, just a lot of things going on. But I think one of it is our love for spicy food.
Yeah, that I can tell you that I agree with.
Okay, I think
doesn't have?
Well, no, we have. We can finish this one.
Okay.
And right now, I'm just chopping some shallots and chilies. We have bird's eye chili, cabai rawit. So this to give the texture, that nice crunchy to this tuna. And of course, the rawit is to give a good kick of spiciness.
So I saw you travel to the eastern part of Indonesia
Yeah.
couple of months or couple of weeks ago. What did you find there in terms of the customs of local people?
The customs. First of all, they're very tolerant.
Very tolerant.
Yeah, in terms of religion. Even though most of them are because of the Eastern, usually Catholic.
Yes, Catholic and Christians.
And Christians, but it's a very tolerant place. Very happy place as well. People are so happy, beautiful, and it's a lot to say. It's a lot to say.
Dude, we have all the time in the world.
Yeah, there's a lot to say, but right now we need to mix this up.
Yep.
You can use your gloves.
Okay. Can use my gloves back. Okay,
Just use the left hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of the people, actually completely different from where we are standing right now in Jakarta.
In Jakarta.
Yeah, they're very collectivist because it's in a rural village. So I had the experience to help them have their what do you say? It's a 40 harian.
Okay.
And we mix this.
Oh, now you can see that the acid is slowly cooking the tuna.
The tuna. So it turns from like pink and
Yeah.
now it's turning white. Huh?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. How spicy do you want this to be?
That will be okay.
Okay. Leave it like that and then mix this in. For this, you want everything. You want that crunch. Here you go.
Oh, this reminds me of because my dad is from East Nusa Tenggara, from the Rote Island.
Oh, okay.
So this reminds me that my extended family used to have this kind of dish called lawar. It's different from lawar in Bali, but this is exactly the same. The kind of ceviche, but we're not using tuna. We're using what you call it, the small anchovies.
Ikan teri.
Yeah, ikan teri basah, but you know the fresh anchovies.
Yeah. Interesting. I didn't.
And we're using not kemangi. We're using coriander.
Ah, okay.
Wow, this slowly coming back to me.
Yes. And now this is the chopped kenari nuts. Another texture to this.
Yeah.
And also gives it a nice nutty taste. And last but not least is this kemangi. Kemangi. Hold on. We might need a bowl to serve this.
Okay,
Right.
can I have a bowl, please? A
Plate.
bowl or a plate?
Plate. Bowl.
Plate.
Plate.
Can I have a plate? Wow, this smells nice already. Ooh.
The lime. So now just roughly chop kemangi. And it's important to use kemangi
Why?
because it gives that Indonesian taste. If you don't have kemangi, you can use basil, but
Basil. Yeah.
it's gonna be like
Very Italian.
yeah, very Italian.
So you have to chop it fine.
No, just roughly chop,
Okay.
something like this. Sprinkle in.
Yeah.
Might be enough.
Okay.
Try to mix.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can have a taste and tell me if it needs the coconut oil or not.
You know, I would probably love it like this.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
leave it.
Yeah, let's leave it like that.
Awesome. So
Okay.
let's plate it up. Yes.
Okay.
Just put it like that. You can plate that. Nice and simple. And I'm gonna pick a nice looking kemangi to be in there. Oh, lovely, man. That looks OG.
OG.
Huh? Chef Hans is the one doing it.
Wait,
I'm just telling him what to do.
I'm a sous chef. Remember that?
I didn't do anything right now. I was just cooking this, heating up oil. Lovely.
All right.
Looking good. And the finishing touch, just like this. That's it. Very simple.
All right, everyone.
Very simple. Okay, let's give it to the camera. Let's put it up front.
Now, this is a traditional Indonesian kind of ceviche.
Yes,
Gohu
sir.
tuna from North Maluku,
Yes, sir.
from Ternate by Chef Archie Prameswara. Archie, thank you so much.
And Hans.
And Hans. Dude, thank you so
Thank you,
much
thank
for
you
being
so
here.
much, yeah.
So, we just made Gohu tuna, and I will have some taste on this. And have a great day. Stay safe. Before that, I would love to tell you that you can join us through our social media. And after this, we will have updates from around the world when we return. Stay with us.